I get this question a lot because I am one. How do you become a motivational speaker or a life coach? As we start this discussion today, may I first acknowledge that it's awesome that you even have that thought. I remember sitting in an audience years ago before I ever started my professional speaking career. And I heard one of my heroes and mentors, Dan Clark, who is a National Hall of Fame speaker. He said, well, actually, you know what? Disclaimer. I don't know if he actually said this, but this is what I heard. You with me? I heard speakers change lives. And that stuck with me. And it changed mine. And Dan wasn't the only speaker that I heard that changed my life. I have heard some of the most inspiring messages given from the stage or from the microphone. And it planted a seed in me that maybe I could do that. Maybe that could be part of my offering to the world. And I have since developed a very exciting and very rewarding professional speaking and life coaching practice. It is fun. I got 5 steps for you. Okay, consider these 5, and we'll see where we go from there. Step number 1, turn your brain on. Now, your brain's always on, but I'm talking about a very specific process in your brain. Where, do you hear the voices? Do you hear the voices in your brain, in your mind? Yeah, you do. Some people get nervous when a psychologist asks them if they hear the voices. Some people are thinking, what voices? I don't have those voices. Well, that's the voice that I mean. It's the one that's giving the commentary. And it's the one that's giving you a rundown on everything that's happening. The one that says, oh, I don't think I can do that. Or, nah, I don't think I'm good enough. That's the one that I mean. When I say turn your brain on, I mean, let's quiet those voices for just a minute and engage the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that does the thinking and the logic and the reason and the problem solving. That's the part we're going to need to do this. Because all of those self-doubts and insecurities are not serving you well right now. And not only that, they're keeping you from showing up and blessing the lives of those whose lives would be enhanced and enriched if you were to show up and share your gifts. So turn your brain on. Let's think this through and let's find how to do it. There's a lot of people that have been there and they can even help you through it. Now, step 2. Maybe this could have been step 1 because I want you to notice what lights you up. What turns you on? What gives you the passion and the desire to do this in the first place? Because it's actually kind of weird. Did you know that public speaking is the number 1 fear on most lists out there? It comes in higher than death. Jerry Seinfeld said that this means that the guy giving the eulogy at the funeral would actually rather be in the box. It's something that people fear. They don't want to be in front of the mic. You do? See, that's a little weird. But notice that there's something that lights you up. There's a message or a process or something that you want to share with the world. And you can't sleep. It drives you. You've been called to this. So you don't have any business ignoring it. It's important. Pay attention to what's lighting you up. And while we're on that topic, notice this. It's not about you. It's about a principle that has changed or enriched your life, and now you want to share it with other people. Why? Because it's going to change and enrich their lives too. That's important. When you think about them, you're less likely to get in your own way and hide behind your self-doubts that has you not showing up as a life coach or as a motivational speaker. You guys, this is actually doable. How do I know that? I've done it. And I wasn't always here. I was where you are before, looking at the people on YouTube or the people on the stage or the people who seem to have it all together and thinking, oh, I wish I was one of them. That leads to my next step. Associate with people who get it. And be selective here, because most people don't. They don't get it. You share with them that you want to be a motivational speaker or a life coach, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, right. Get a real job. Yeah. Most people don't get this. There are some people who do. Probably the best thing I ever did for my public speaking career was to join the National Speakers Association, nsaspeaker.org. Go look it up. The National Speakers Association gave me an opportunity to associate with people who get it. And I got actively involved in my local chapter. I'm a past president of the Mountain West chapter for the NSA. I go to the national convention every year. I won't miss it. It's part of my professional development. And this is where I get to hang out with my people. And all you NSAers out there, I love you guys. That is what changed my mind about whether I could do this. That's how I started to identify myself as being one of those guys on the stage with the microphone. You hang out with people who get it, you're going to start seeing yourself differently. You also want to surround yourself with coaches and with mastermind groups and with other ways that you can get your mind entrenched in a course that's going to help you to fulfill your goal. Now let's go to step 4. Take courageous action. Courageous. Can we talk about that word for a minute? Because if you don't feel fear, you don't need courage. Notice that the word courage is defined by fear. It means you feel the fear and you do it anyway. If you don't feel a little fear about what you're thinking about doing, then you're probably not thinking big enough. Take courageous action. And I have found that it serves me well to launch just a little bit before I'm ready. Oh, but I'm not ready. I know, right? When are you ever going to feel ready? Go out and do some things. Try it. Get in front of a mic. Get in front of some people. Invite someone to receive your coaching services. There are a lot of ways that you can get started. I'm remembering a time in kindergarten. I'm sitting in the sandbox in the kindergarten. And it's outside. We were out for recess. And I'm sitting in there with Kayleen Erdman. And Kayleen looks up and she sees, we both see at the same time, this girl riding by on a 10-speed. And Kayleen leans over to me and she says, "That's my sister. She's 10. And as a kindergartner, I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy, right? And I'm looking at this girl on a 10-speed who's 10 years old. One of my coaches in my licensing program shared with me, she said to a 3rd grader, a 6th grader is an expert. And this is so true. There are so many people in this world who could already benefit from your sweet skills if you decide to bring them. Take some courageous action. Let's go find you some 3rd graders. Now, step 5. Remember, it's not about you. It's not about you. Yes, you're the one who's going to bring a sweet message or your superpowers to the equation to help people, to help other people have a more joyful life. That's the whole purpose of this thing to start with. When you stay focused on that, it will help you to take the courageous action because it's not about you. It's about everyone's lives who are changed and enhanced because you showed up. Can you tell I get excited about this? I love spending my time coaching coaches. If you're interested to dig in a little farther, go to liveonpurpose.coach, not com, .coach. Liveonpurpose.coach. Do a little /webinar. And I'll spend about an hour walking you through 7 crucial clarities that every new life coach needs to get clear about. I'll see you there.
looking to